What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay, or the Bronze Bomber. I don't know who said this, but I know it was said from that person. Okay? Deontay, or the Bronze Bomber Wilder, said that I will eventually become the highest paid athlete in the world. Now note, athlete, not boxer. See, there's a difference. If you're the highest paid athlete, I remember Floyd Mayweather in 2015 was the highest paid athlete, period. I don't know how those stats are. I don't really know how that lies, or or where it's ranked or whatnot. But for someone like Deontay Wilder to make the salary that he's made, or the salaries that he's made in his career, based on being underpaid or not paid as much as other fighters in competition wise, like Fury and Joshua, for example, and other heavyweights for that matter. He wasn't getting those marquee paydays, but his opposition really wasn't up to par, so it was justified because of that. Of the guys that he's fought, they haven't been anywhere near the level as where he's been fighting lately in the past year. Okay, with like Ortiz and then Fury, and Brazil is actually a mandatory, which is a downgrade to what he was fighting. So he's kind of going up, then he came down. Now, the thing that interests me in that is, nothing's wrong with confidence. Nothing is wrong with that. But it's a difference between confidence and being delusional. Okay. See, my worry is that whoever is telling him this shit, because it seems like he's being coached. He's like, Deontay, you're going to be the highest paid athlete. I could hear Shirley saying that. Yeah, you're going to be the highest paid athlete. You're a free agent. You can go everywhere you ever want to go. You can do whatever you want to do, Deontay. It's up to you. You make commands. You make the demands too. You're a free agent. Look. For someone like Deontay Wilder saying that he's going to be the highest paid athlete, how do you go from that extreme to how do you go from here, but where you were saying that, why is everyone counting my pockets? Okay, well, that's exactly what he said. Like, well, why are you talking about or boasting about how much money that you can possibly make? Like, he sounds like Steven Espinosa at this point, right? If you know how much Deontay really made, you wouldn't criticize him. No, well, if we knew. We don't know. That's a big ass if. We don't know. That's why we're criticizing him. So shut up. Have 3 seats. But you don't want people in your pocket. You don't want people asking you questions about finance, but then you want to say, I will be the highest paid. That's an oxymoron. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like, okay, which one was Deontay? Which statement was influenced by Deontay? Because this doesn't sound like Deontay being the highest paid athlete. He wants to be that guy that's low key. He don't want to be the most known or the highest paid and all this. He said these things. He's comfortable. My life is lovely. Remember that? I got a great life. I got a beautiful family. And I believe him. But him saying this, it's not coming from him. I think it's coming from someone else. This is someone else's influence, clearly, because it contradicts what he's saying. You can't say, hey, stay out of my pockets, and then want to know what Anthony Joshua was making over there. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Stay out of someone else's pockets if you don't want them into yours. That's the true logic of what he's trying to say. You see what I'm saying? But then saying, oh, I'll be the highest paid athlete. Well, who cares? Because you're not even sharing or revealing your fight purses or your compensation, from Showtime to anyone, to the public media. So who cares if you even become that? Because if you actually became the highest paid athlete, the highest paid, who cares? Because your new policy is shh. So why are you screaming that you're the highest paid and we don't know the dollar amount? Look at Canelo Alvarez, guys. Let's counterpunch this. Look at Canelo Alvarez, $365 million deal. Wouldn't you think it would be strange if Canelo said, hey, I've made the biggest deal that anyone has ever seen? And they're like, wow, really? Tell us about it. Oh, pero no puedo, meaning I can't. People are like, what? Dude, are you serious? Did you waste all our time, Dan Rayfield and all these boxing guys, to come here to make an announcement for you to tell us you made the huge or the most amount of money that anyone ever made in a boxing promotional contract, and then you can't tell us what it is? Do you know how insane that would be? Because that's what we're having. That's exactly what Deontay Wilder's camp is selling us. And this is no exception. This shit is like, oh, I'm going to be the one day eventually be the highest paid. Okay, well, if you do, will you decide to tell us? Will you? For the love of God, will you have any kind of progression or any kind of explanation, or proof that you've actually done something, or all these people in your team have actually done anything worthy for your career? Can we do that? Can we say that? Can that happen? Because we haven't seen any progression. None from his camp. No one's changed in his camp, by the way. He didn't get rid of anyone. All those people are still there. JD's, Shelly Finkel, Ludabella, Al Heyman. Come on, nothing has changed. So it's hard for me to believe that you are a free agent, because that's what he's saying. I'm a free agent. I move where I want to move. I'm the wild card. No, you're just Wilder. That's it. And it looks like you're quieter because you mute what you make. Your success gets greater, but you can't tell us. So how do we know it's actually success? You see what I'm saying? He's talking about Joshua, where they got to talk to other people. They got to listen to other people. And Fury has to listen to other people. Well, obviously you do too if you have that many people in your team. Okay, so again, nothing wrong with confidence. Nothing at all. And I don't want to sound like a hater, but I know the difference between confidence and being delusional. You know what I mean? So this sounds like someone's feeding him a bunch of bullshit that wants to tell him something for the sake of making him feel good. And then another sad thing is they're just saying that to make him feel good. But the thing is, he's believing it because he's coming out to the public and actually saying this shit. He's speaking it, believing it, receiving it, right? But he's only speaking it and believing it, but he ain't receiving it because there's no evidence that he received it. Whatever he received has to be shh. And that's where the bullshit comes in, guys. So you guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.